Good day, this is Dr. Amr Ratib, Professor Consultant of Dermatology in Egypt. I'm speaking to you from Cairo. My presentation is simply about some of the tips I give to my patients for basic skincare to keep it healthy and beautiful. A perfect look starts with a perfect look in the eyes, from the eyes, and of course, good teeth, healthy and beautiful and clean. And the 4 items of my presentation: skin, hair, lips, and nails. Now, start with the skin. The health of the skin, the beauty of the skin includes healthy, beautiful texture, moisture, volume, and strength. This is a function of collagen, recoil the function of the elastic fibers, and the uniform color, whatever the color is. I'm going to present some of the tips I give to my patients with the scientific background and rationale for each of the tips. First of all, for cleaning the skin, avoid strong detergent facial cleansers, avoid scrubbing and hot water as they disrupt the microbiome balance and disrupt the barrier integrity. I advise my patients to use cold and lukewarm water and gentle, if needed, cleansers. After washing the face, they may use frequent gentle massage of the face with small amounts of a suitable moisturizer. This keeps moisture, improves the barrier function, restores the microbiome balance and the blood supply in an optimum condition. This also boosts new collagen formation and improves elasticity. Massage with a suitable moisturizer after washing with lukewarm or cold water. Very simple. Done many times as needed in the day, each time with very little amount of the moisturizer, not to avoid being sticky or shiny. Using moisturizers, we may face moisturizer rich in collagen. Collagen in cosmetic products does not replace this degraded collagen in the dermis. The molecule of collagen is big and it does not penetrate below the stratum cornea. So shall we use it or not? We can use it because it has a favorable cosmetic effect. The collagen molecule stays in the stratum corneum, imbibes water, and gives some fullness to the skin. And when it dries up after losing the water, it shrinks and pulling the skin, giving it some tense, nice appearance. So collagen in cosmetic products is good, but it does not replace the dermal collagen. While hyaluronic acid molecules, which are smaller, can penetrate all through the epidermis, they are helpful therapeutic effect and increase the moisturizing effect in the skin. The therapeutic effect of the hyaluronic acid inside the epidermis increases the humidity, helps transmission of trace elements from the dermis to the epidermal cells, and they control mitosis and maturation of epidermal cells. So we go for moisturizing face. In our country, we have a problem with oily face. This is a subtropical country and the humid weather is common. And the patients complain of the oily face. I tell them oily face is a healthy one. Dry face is not. If you are bothered by excess oil, it's better to be washed out gently by lukewarm water again and avoid detergents. No scrubbing, no hot water, and no strong detergents. Oily face, the sebum, the oil here has a protective effect against invading microbes. And oily face and the face with moisturizer, they have a natural sun protective effect. They provide natural low-grade protection against ultraviolet rays by breaking the ultraviolet rays during their penetration into the epidermis. Individuals with skin type 1 and 2, of course, should avoid the sun exposure, should be very careful of sun exposure and use the sun protection with their daily activities. As for the dark races like me and darker, we need the sun exposure to form vitamin D3 formation. Vitamin D3 is filtered, ultraviolet rays are filtered by the melanin in our skin, and we need more exposure to the sun. And we are naturally protected from the hazardous effects of the sun. But If a topical sunscreen is to be used, whether for skin types 1 and 2 for daily activities, or skin type 3 and more for going a day on the beach or whatever, a thick layer should be applied and renewed every 2 hours. A problem with using the sunscreens, they are, most of them, the brands are good, are effective, but people tend to use lower amount than prescribed, than advised by the manufacturer. Put thick layer as advised by the manufacturer and renew it every 2 hours if you want the effect 50 plus of the sunscreen you are using. Exposure to the sun with some perfumes, especially in dark races like me and more, we may develop hyperpigmentation, the Berluck dermatitis. So we should avoid putting perfumes or using scented products on our face when we are going to be exposed to the sun. Another advice for the young ladies, squeezing the microcomedons, the point noir, out of your nose as a regular practice actually stimulates sebaceous glands to form more sebum. So you should avoid this, and you may use some of the nose off, nose on stickers that removes some of the blackheads. And it's better to use regular use of night peeling cream. It loosens the microcomedons and helps rejuvenate the skin. This is the advice I give to my patients. This is the way to get rid or improve the microcomedons on the nose. So enough for the skin, and let's talk about the hair. The density of the hair is 100,000 to 120,000 in a normal scalp, 250 to 320 per square centimeter, and this is governed by genetic hormonal factors, internal diseases or deficiency, and external factors. The growth rate is about 0.5 millimeter per day. That's 1.5 centimeters every month. The hair should have its luster. The dull, brittle hairs are the result of maltreatment, not of internal factors. When the hair is dry and brittle and easily breakable, that's not a deficiency of a vitamin or a nutritive element. It's usually a result of hot air dryers or hot combs or straightening preparations, whether creams or straightening by hot equipments. Anyhow, kinky hair and curly hair are weaker than the straight lace hair. The color of the hair, dark hairs lose the luster by exposure to ultraviolet rays. So people with dark black hair exposed to the sun, they may get tanned, but the hairs will lose the luster. While people with blonde hair, they may have a dark tinge if they are exposed to tar shampoos or benzoyl peroxide preparations. Of course, when we talk about the hair, there is a slide about the beard and the men hair. We have to take care of ourselves too, not only females. Animal protein is the most important nutritional element for the hair, according to Rook textbook of dermatology. Animal protein is more important than the other elements we prescribe to the patients. Anemia and low serum iron level can be safely taken as an indication for other essential trace elements deficiency. We do not have to go ask the patient to go and check for serum iron, zinc, selenium, copper, whatever. Iron is enough as a good indication, according to Rook textbook of dermatology. This is just an indication, and then we give supportive trace elements. Now, the hair vitamins available in the market, the strong ones usually contain, beside the trace elements, the brewer's yeast. This is very strange. It has been working ever since our professors, old professors, maybe for 100 years ago. Taking brewer's yeast helps to improve the skin and the hair. I do not know, I do not have a scientific background clue to the reason why, but maybe this brewer's yeast restores and improves the balance of the microbiome in the gut and on the skin. Check the strong vitamins for hair and nail, and you'll find most of them containing the brewer's yeast. Again, hot air dryers, hot combs, and brushes and baby leaves disrupt the cuticle, leading to loss of moisture and brittleness. This is how they destroy the hair and leading to dryness, loss of luster, and brittleness. The cuticle keeps the humidity of the hair shaft inside it. When it is disrupted by the heat, then humidity is lost. Lukewarm water is best for washing. I advise my patients not to use hot water on washing their hair. They go in the bath and under the shower for half an hour washing the hairs with detergents and hot water, and then they complain that the hair is being damaged while they are trying to clean it. Gentle shampoos for dry, brittle, damaged hairs are the best. I seldom prescribe a medicated shampoo to take care of the hair. Shampoos are for cleaning the hair, so use the shampoo which is made for the weak hair with the least chemical ingredient. This is better for your hair. Rate of washing depends on the nature of the scalp. Is it produce dandruff or oiliness or whatever, the type of the hair, and the style of life. If you are an athlete and you go to the gym every day and you go jogging every day, then you have to wash it every day. But you may wash it with water one day and with a weak shampoo the other day, just to keep the balance. I advise my patients, please do not use brushes for the hair, use combs. The bristles of the brushes, the teeth of the brush may entangle the hair and cause either epilation or breakage or even scratches to the cuticle. Use wooden, smooth, rounded tip combs as the best, and take your time to comb your hair from down above. Don't pull on the roots. Use creams maybe to help loosen the hair from each other. If you go to a hairdresser to change your dark hair color into a blonde one, and she tells you, we are going to remove the color, actually they are removing the life from the hair. The color is not glued or painted to the shaft from outside. It's part of the hair itself, of the hair shaft itself. Removing the color from the hair, removing the dark color from the hair, actually removes life from the hair. It's damaging to the hair. Okay, and then we need to color our hair, dye our hair. Classically, scientifically, hair coloring is either from plant origin, and this is the weakest, the best, the safest to use. It stays for a short time, yes, and you can renew it every 3 weeks. Most of the hair coloring agents present in the market are from mineral salts. They are more damaging, a bit damaging to the hair, but they stay longer. But please avoid the organic dyes. When you go to a supermarket or whatever shop and we find a product which is organic, then we are happy because this is safe, except inorganic hair dyes. Organic here means they go into organic biological combination with the hair. They do not leave it. They stay for a long time, but they damage the hair. Anyhow, hair is growing at a rate of 1.5 centimeters every month. So every 3 weeks, you need to renew the hair dye. So go for the plant origin, please. Oil and cream baths and masks have temporary favorable cosmetic effect. Actually, they coat the hairs and help the combing of the hair, and they give nice volume and shine, cosmetically acceptable. You choose whatever suits your hair. But for conditioners, conditioners are designed to neutralize negative static charges and provide a hydrolyzed protein coat that minimally, take care of this, penetrates the hair shaft. It does not just coat, it's stuck to the hair shaft. Hair shaft combing friction is reduced by as much as 50%, and tensile strength may be increased by 5%. Conditioners may be instant, deep, leave-in, or rinse, so we have to follow the advice carefully by the manufacturer. After the effect of the conditioner goes, it may leave some defects in the hair shaft. This is a post effect, a negative one. So oils and creams cover the hair from outside, and the effect is very short, limited, while conditioners stay there, give stronger effect and for longer time, but they may leave defects. Try the conditioner on the tips of the hair first, and if your hair accepts it and is good with it, then you can apply it to all your hair and avoid putting the conditioner on the scalp. Now for men, yes, we need to take care of our hair too. For androgenetic alopecia, of course, for males and females, we use topical minoxidil 5% each night for life. I am surprised that some of the doctors advise a patient to try for 3 months, and if no effect, then stop. No, it will not make any positive effect before 6 months. Actually, it may increase the rate of hair loss during the first 1 or 2 months. It's a lifelong decision. And I tell my patients, even if you don't see a positive effect, this is the gold standard. This is the base that we build upon. Use it for life each night. It's not expensive. It's free of side effects if you use according to the regulations. Please use it for life and don't stop and don't wait for the result. It's going to be part of your life, like brushing your teeth before sleep. Put the 6 puffs of the minoxidil before sleep and go gentle massage. Do not rub into the scalp, otherwise you will induce dermatitis or dandruff of the scalp. Now, shaving does not increase hair growth or number, whether for females or males. It actually makes the skin look stronger, thicker, because it cuts the hair in its middle, hair shaft in its middle. But it does not increase the rate of hair growth or the density of the hair. While epilation stimulates migration of stem cells from the infundibular bulge down to the hair root, promoting new hair growth. For decades, females come complaining, I had few hairs in my beard and I used to pull them with a tweezer, and this increased the number and the rate of growth of the hairs, and we used to tell them, no, it has no relation. Recently, 10 years ago, it's proved, yes, they were right and we were wrong. Pulling the hair stimulates the growth of new hairs. Now for men complaining of problems with shaving their beards and the hairs turning inside the skin, making a reaction, pimples, this is a foreign body reaction, and the problem could be overcome if you use a sharp razor, hot compresses towel with hot water before shaving, sharp razor, use moisturizers, and stroke your beard in the 4 directions. So the hair will grow perpendicular to the skin, and it will not turn inside. This helps. I advise my patients for the many years, and this helps. One point about the lips. Lips are beautiful by their shape, by their color, by their movement. But I'm talking here about the moisture. Especially in autumn and winter with the dry air currents, we all suffer from dryness of the lips, and the primary reaction is to wet the lips with our saliva, with the tongue. Saliva contains digestive enzymes. These enzymes digest food. The mucous membrane inside the oral cavity resists the effect of these enzymes, but the lips and the skin around the lips do not resist them. Wetting the lips with saliva will increase the rate of dryness and cracking, and the skin around the oral cavity, around the lips, may show low-grade inflammation that ends up in perioral pigmentation. Use lip balm and avoid wetting the lips with saliva. Now we are left with 3 slides for the nails. Nails are beautiful when they are strong, uniform, shiny, and clean. The rate of growth of nails is almost around 1 millimeter per week or a bit less. The nail enemies. The 3 nail enemies are organic solvents, nail polish removal, acetone, the household detergents, and acrylic nail extensions. Avoid them at all the expense if you can. Of course, ladies would like to use the nail polish. Most of the manufacturers put strengthening preparations on the nail polish, but removing the nail polish is damaging. So use the nail polish when you have to, not for every day if you can, to avoid, again, the nail polish remover. People who are having wet jobs like working in a bakery, they are more prone to fungus infection. The dermatophytes with the lysing enzymes, keratinase, they can penetrate the nail plate, while the yeast, the candida, favors the skin around the nail. Systemic diseases, anemia, poor peripheral circulation, and eczema affect the growth and maturation of the nail. And the most important nourishing element for the nails is the animal protein, especially eggs with its sulfur content, which is more important to the nails than the calcium. I don't know whoever told the patient that calcium is important for the nails. Sulfur is more important. That's it. Now, healthy is beautiful. Look at the slide. Avoid stress, regular skincare, good sleep, drinking plenty of water, avoid sun or get exposed to you carefully according to your skin type, eat healthy food. And look at this photo of the poor child. Drink water, please drink water. Thank you and have a nice day. And now I finish recording. Goodbye, see you soon.